This is a map of America. The next state that we're going to is, the day has finally come. The one we've all been anticipating.
3 years ago, Ryan Trahan turned a penny into $1.4 million and broke YouTube. But what if I told you that he just did it again? 50 states, 50 days, 50 completely insane Airbnbs, and $1 million fundraising goal that's already crushing expectations. Today, we're diving into exactly how Ryan Trahan cracked the code on viral content. Again, imagine this. You're a YouTuber with 20 million subscribers. You've already proven that you can go viral time and time again. The pressure to recreate that lightning in a bottle moment, it's crushing most other creators. But Ryan Trahan just said, hold my penny. And he launched himself into America's most unique Airbnbs with nothing but an SUV and his wife, Haley. But here's what most people missed about the whole series. Samir from Colin and Samir said that Ryan Trahan...
I think you're reintroducing at least what I fell in love with YouTube. Like, I fell in love with YouTube during an era where people were vlogging and it was very toned down. And Casey Neistat era was like so incredible to watch his daily life and see him turn menial tasks into stories.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've reintroduced that to us, which is really special.
And Amar from Yes Theory says...
Ryan has the best version of YouTube.
Agreed. Yeah.
But there's something specific about how Ryan approaches content that 99% of other creators are completely missing. Something that makes his videos feel effortless while secretly being strategic masterpieces. Therefore, by the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the exact formula that after studying every one of Ryan Trahan's videos, I've found that Ryan uses that makes his content feel both authentic and engineered for virality. And trust me, it's probably not what you think. But first, let's break down what's actually happening with this 50-state series that's happening right now at the time of me making this. See, Ryan's a very authentic feeling creator, so there is no better place, in my opinion, to start this journey than to start there. But how does Ryan Trahan approach authenticity? Realism.
And it comes down to realism too, like with the thumbnails. And I found that realistic thumbnails just feel like me. It feels like, yeah, if my face is not like, then I feel more connected to the thumbnail. If I'm just making a very subtle face that's like, because it's realistic and I'm like, oh, that's legit.
Ryan revealed himself in an interview that he deliberately uses realistic thumbnails because they feel more authentic. But this isn't just about thumbnails. See, this connects to something much deeper. Listen to what he says here.
I'm just a human being. I'm like not planning to build an empire. I don't want to build an empire or anything. I just want to connect with people and make videos I love. And so it is important to be intentional.
See, most YouTubers are trying to build the next Mr. Beast empire. This is where the term Mr. Beastification comes in. Therefore, they lose the very thing that made them special in the first place: genuine human connection. See, while everyone else is adding 47 arrows and shock face expressions, Ryan's thumbnails and Ryan's videos look and feel like, well, like a friend showing you photos from their road trip. But here's the genius part of it all. This isn't accidental. See, Ryan, he has a think tank focused on originality.
Yeah, well, we have a think tank. So a couple years ago, me and Eric, we were actually on the phone and we were like, we just can't come up with enough good ideas. And it was actually his idea. He's like, I'm thinking about doing a think tank where I just have some people that are interested in YouTube to spitball ideas. And I did the same thing around the same time, and I've just been doing that since.
He's not anti-strategy, he's anti-fake. There's a massive difference. So you see, while other creators are burning out trying to top their last video, Ryan's raised almost $500,000 in 10 days, which is almost half of their $1 million goal over the span of the next 50 days during this challenge he's doing. Why? How? Because his audience trusts him completely. But here's what really blew my mind when I discovered it. Logan Paul's old editor, Hayden Hillier-Smith, in an interview with Ryan Trahan, spoke about story beats and how what most creators think makes a good video, for example, the edits.
Yeah, we actually saw our attention go up when we took out captions, like for the following videos. I don't know if that was a coincidence or what, but it was like, okay, we're good. We don't have to do that.
My interpretation of that would be, I would say for the first couple of episodes, you probably did have to do like the high retention post-production strategies. But I would say once people were engaged in the story, you didn't need to do it as much.
Ryan's videos, They actually get higher retention with less editing because of storytelling. But when Ryan was asked about this, his response revealed really everything.
The Harmon circle that we talk about sometimes,
The damn Harmon circle, one of the most important tools to learn storytelling. Yes, you did. Yeah, you started one way and then ended in the same place, having changed every single day.
Hammock to hammock.
Hammock to hammock, literally.
Hammock to hammock. For people who don't know, what's the Harmon circle?
The easiest version is like a person or like a character starts in like a natural state. Like Ryan will start in his bedroom, okay? And then he goes on some quest and encounters some obstacle. And then he responds to that obstacle, whether like a win or a loss. And then he returns to his normal state, being a changed person. That's like the most simplified version.
Yeah. That's it.
So
That's
good.
exactly it.
For those who don't know, this is the same storytelling framework used by Rick and Morty, the show The Community, and basically every story that makes you binge watch. Therefore, while other creators are adding more cuts, more effects, more chaos in their videos, or just copying, Ryan's doing the opposite. He's investing in story structure.
And that's you investing in story though. Like
Yeah,
with your
totally.
think tank, with the thumbnail, all of it, and like even critically thinking of, even if we fail, what's the story point ending?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is clearly more valuable than the quality of the camera.
Totally.
But here's what most people completely miss. This isn't just about individual videos. Look how Ryan structures even his ongoing series using story principles. For example, in day one, we have the setup, which is him in Texas going to the first nut house, establishing the rules of the entire challenge. And then we have Mr. Beast's surprise donation, which triggers the box of doom. Then days 2 to 3, we have rising action, right? The New Mexico missile silo, Arizona's longest drive with airplane mode penalty because of the box of doom. And then day 7, we have the gauntlet, which is the Colorado to Nebraska, which is basically the road trip of destruction. A 13-hour drive starting at 3 a.m. Then day 10, which is where we're currently at least at the time of recording this, we have Oklahoma, Treetopia, nearly halfway to $1 million. See, even though we're only 10 days in, you can already see that the story structure is building from a macro and micro perspective. Each day has stakes, each challenge escalates, each donation milestone creates new narrative tension. And this next part completely changed how I think about content creation. See, Ryan explained how the Penny series and other challenges came to be a thing.
It's kind of crazy because I was like, you know what? I have this idea. I can't stop thinking about it. I keep telling myself it's crazy. I shouldn't do it. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it is a surviving on a penny for 30 days. So I've done it for a week in the past. And that's nuts. But I also wanted to take a step further and cross America in 30 days on a penny.
Jimbo, I'm going to deliver you a penny in like a month, hopefully, okay?
And then I wanted to take a step even further and post the videos in real time every day for 30 days.
But what he's really describing is the power of creative constraints. From 1 penny to 50 states, 50 days, these aren't just random challenges. They're brilliant constraint design. See, these are challenges or concepts that everyday people, for the most part, can do. And yet here's Ryan admitting something incredible.
If it's matched, and I think it has been, because I've had some videos that I feel like I didn't try that hard on, but I was like trying to think of how to make them funny and creative. And they'd get more views than the videos I'm like doing crazy logistics for.
Right.
See, his best performing videos were ones where he didn't really try hard, but he focused on being creative, he focused on being funny, he focused on being authentic. This makes content creation so accessible for all of us. The constraint isn't limiting him, it's liberating him. When you know that you can only spend money you earn from a penny, suddenly every single interaction becomes content. Every problem becomes a story beat. We can take a lot of lessons from Ryan Trahan here, but here's the deeper insight. Constraints also create audience investment. For example, 3 years ago in the Penny series,
You literally threatened to reset me. The Great Reset. The Great Reset.
or in this current 50 states in 50 days Airbnb series.
The Wheel of Doom on the Wheel of Doom. The Wheel of Doom. Not to mention how hard it'll be if someone activates the Wheel of Doom.
The Great Reset implementation from his Penny series, the Box of Doom implementation from this series, genius. High stakes. The audience becomes part of the story. They're not just watching, they're participating because it's in the power of the audience as to whether those consequences befall Ryan or not. It is genius. And it's the same thing here. In this series, every dollar helps kids fighting cancer. Therefore, watching becomes an act of charity in itself. Sharing the video becomes activism. It's so much deeper than just entertainment and fun. But this final element is what separates the good from the truly great. When making a series like these, you can only imagine how draining and difficult it could be. Daily content, that's so hard. But Ryan actually revealed that this version of content's actually what pushes him through.
It's like, I'm gonna be energized by the audience the whole time. Whereas last time I pre-filmed the 7 days just by myself, and then I edited it and then posted it. And it was just kind of like, here you go guys, like the outcome's already done. But this is happening in real time. So I'll be able to read comments, like whenever, I'm having a long day or whatever, and just be like, dang, all right, if I upload another video, we get more donations and I get to keep going. And so it's such a fun motivation because it's alive. And I feel like that's what made me want to do this.
And this goes deeper than just energy. When Ryan posts a video, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people immediately start donating to things like St. Jude, sharing their own road trip stories, starting communities to predicting what state comes next, even creating fan art of his journey. Ryan Trahan's not just making content. He's creating a shared experience that happens simultaneously across millions of people. In fact, listen to this.
I think it's exciting to not be able to fully predict, but the thing is you just try to learn a little bit each time you post.
See, most creators try to eliminate uncertainty, but Ryan Trahan embraces it because uncertainty creates genuine emotion. When something goes wrong, it's not a failure, it's content. When something goes right, it's not just success, it's a shared victory. So remember that formula I promised to reveal in the beginning of this video? Here it is. The Ryan Trahan formula is authentic personality plus story structure plus creative restraints plus real-time community. And with that all together, you have a perfect viral Ryan Trahan video. Most creators focus on just one of these. Some nail personality, but forget story structure. Others have great constraints, but lose authenticity altogether. Ryan's genius, it isn't in doing one thing perfectly. It's in balancing all four simultaneously.
This is not normal.
That's so good.
Yeah, this is not how my videos perform.
Michelle Carr was right. This isn't normal, but that doesn't mean it's not replicable.
Ryan has the best version of YouTube.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know what gives me hope about this platform? Creators like Ryan Trahan. Creators like Ryan Trahan because they prove that authenticity and story still wins above all. You don't need $1 million budget. You don't need to travel to 50 states, but you do need to care more about your audience than your analytics. So the question isn't, how can I go viral like Ryan Trahan? The question is, how can I create content that makes people remember why they love what I do? Because at the end of the day, that's not just good for YouTube. That's good for you as the creator. By the way, if you want to support an incredible cause, then I'll put Ryan Trahan's donation link below this video as well. Remember, while everyone else is chasing the algorithm, Ryan's chasing connection. While others are optimizing for views, he's optimizing for impact. He's not just breaking YouTube. He's reminding all of us what YouTube could be.
Look at all that corn.
You got this, Ryan, baby!
Thanks guys. Thanks so much. Thank you. Oh, they look amazing.
I hope you like them.
Peace.